Hey everyone, and welcome back to Becoming Ultimate Masters. We're all about helping you unlock your potential, and that's especially for all you amazing young adults and high school students out there. You know how it is you're constantly bombarded with messages about chasing your dreams, but how many of us actually know the steps to make those dreams a reality?
Right.
Well, today's deep dive might just hold the key. We're cracking open It Works by R.H. Jarrett,
All right.
a book that claims to have a surprisingly simple plan for achieving just about anything you desire.
It's a bold claim for sure,
Mhm.
but what's intriguing about It Works is that it doesn't get bogged down in complex theories or mystical rituals. Jarrett gets straight to the point, offering a practical three-step method that anyone can use.
Okay, so let's break this down. Jarrett starts by acknowledging something we all experience, wanting things, whether it's acing that exam or getting your driver's license or landing your dream job. We all have desires. But the book's central question is,
Yeah.
why do some people seem to effortlessly attract what they want, while others stay stuck in a cycle of wishing and hoping?
Good question.
Yeah.
Jarrett suggests that the difference lies in how we harness the power of our subjective mind, a concept he draws from Thomas J. Hudson's The Law of Psychic Phenomena.
Okay.
Think of it as this incredible inner power, a force that's constantly at work shaping our reality.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might be thinking, hold on, this sounds a bit out there.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but stay with me here.
Okay.
What's fascinating is that modern psychology actually supports the idea that our thoughts and beliefs have a powerful impact on our experiences.
So it's like our thoughts are seeds, and our mind is the fertile ground where they grow.
That's a great way to put it. And just like with a garden, if we want to see those seeds flourish, we need to cultivate the right conditions. Jarrett argues that many of us get stuck because we only focus on the wanting part, on those fleeting wishes that never really take root. His plan is all about shifting from passive wishing to active, focused intention.
So it's about moving from I wish I had this
Yeah.
to I'm going to get this.
Exactly. And that's where his three-step method comes in. It's all about focusing that mental energy, giving those seeds of desire the nourishment they need to grow. The first step is simple: write down what you want. But don't just scribble it on a scrap of paper. Jarrett encourages you to create a clear, detailed list of your desires, prioritizing them in order of importance.
So instead of just saying I want to do well in school, I might write I want to get an A in my math class this semester.
Exactly. The more specific you are, the more powerful the intention. And here's another key point. Jarrett suggests revising this list daily. It's not about setting it in stone, but rather about keeping those desires top of mind as they evolve and become clearer.
So it's like a living document, a roadmap that guides us towards our goals.
Yeah.
I like that. What's the next step?
Step 2 is all about feeding those seeds of desire with consistent focus. Jarrett recommends reading your list 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. It might sound simple, but it's about consistently reminding yourself of what you're working towards, keeping those goals at the forefront of your mind.
So it's like giving those seeds a daily dose of sunshine and water.
Exactly. And here's where it gets interesting. Modern research on visualization techniques shows that simply imagining yourself achieving your goals can actually prime your brain for success. It's like creating a mental blueprint that guides your actions.
Okay, we've got our list. We're reading it regularly. What's the final piece of the puzzle?
This one might surprise you. Jarrett advises keeping your plan confidential. You share it only with what he calls the greater power within, that subjective mind we talked about earlier.
So it's not about shouting your goals from the rooftops or seeking external validation.
Exactly. It's about cultivating a deep personal connection with your own inner power. And honestly, there's something really empowering about that. It's about trusting yourself, believing in your ability to achieve your goals without needing constant reassurance from others.
Okay, this is all starting to make sense, but I'm sure some of you are thinking, hold on, isn't this just wishful thinking? I mean, it can't be as easy as making a list and reading it a few times a day, can it?
Well, that's where faith comes in. Jarrett acknowledges that doubt is inevitable, especially when things don't happen overnight. He uses the analogy of a seed planted in the ground. We don't fully understand the complex processes that make it sprout and grow, but we trust that it will, right?
That's a great analogy. It makes me think of all the incredible things happening in nature that we often take for granted.
Exactly. And in the same way, Jarrett argues that our desires can manifest when we follow this plan consistently, even if we don't fully grasp all the details of how it works. It's about having faith in that inner power, that subjective mind, to guide us towards our goals.
Okay, so we've got faith, we've got focus, but what about the actual content of our desires? Does it matter how we phrase things?
Specificity is key here. For example, let's say you want to get your driver's license. Instead of just writing, I want my license, detail the exact type of car you want to be driving, the feeling of freedom. It will give you, even picture yourself cruising down the road with your friends.
So it's about creating a vivid mental image, almost like a movie playing in your mind.
Precisely. And the more details you include, the more powerful that image becomes. It's like sending a crystal clear message to your subjective mind saying, this is what I want and this is how it's going to feel.
This is all so inspiring. It feels like we're tapping into this incredible, often untapped potential within ourselves. But I imagine there are going to be times when doubt creeps in, especially when things don't happen overnight.
Yeah.
How do we deal with those moments of uncertainty?
That's a great question, and it's something Jarrett addresses head on. Doubt is inevitable, and it's easy to dismiss early successes as mere coincidence. But here's the key. Whenever you experience a win, no matter how small, acknowledge the role of that omnipotent power in making it happen. Even if it's something as simple as acing a quiz or getting a compliment on your outfit, take a moment to recognize that your focused intention played a role.
So it's about recognizing that our inner power is at work, even in seemingly insignificant moments.
Exactly. Each win strengthens our faith and propels us further along the path. And on the flip side, when doubt creeps in, go back to your list, read it aloud, visualize those goals, and reconnect with that inner power. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
And what about the people around us? Can they influence our journey? Like friends, family, teachers?
Absolutely. Jarrett emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with supportive people. He cautions against sharing your plan with skeptics or those who might inadvertently derail your progress with their negativity. Instead, seek out individuals who are already living the kind of life you aspire to. Their energy and example can be incredibly empowering.
So it's all about creating a positive, supportive ecosystem for our dreams to flourish.
That's a great way to put it. We all need cheerleaders in our corner, people who believe in us and our dreams.
This is also inspiring.
Yeah.
It feels like we're tapping into this incredible, often untapped potential within ourselves. But I'm curious, are there any downsides to this approach? Are there any potential pitfalls we need to be aware of?
That's a really insightful question, and it brings us to a crucial point that Jarrett makes. This power we're talking about is incredibly potent. It's important to wield it responsibly. He cautions against wanting things that could ultimately bring us misery, harm others, or compromise our well-being. For example, wishing someone else would fail so you could succeed is not only ethically questionable, but could ultimately backfire, leaving you feeling empty and unfulfilled.
So it's not just about getting whatever we want, but about aligning our desires with a greater good.
Exactly. It's about using this power to create a fulfilling life, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. It's about asking ourselves, how can I use my talents and abilities to make a positive impact on the world?
I love that. It's not just about material possessions or personal gain, but about contributing to a better world. But I'm guessing it can feel a little overwhelming to jump straight into those big life-changing goals. Where do we even begin?
Jarrett suggests starting small. Choose a tangible, easily attainable desire to build momentum and confidence. Maybe it's getting a perfect score on your next history test, learning a new skill, or simply making an effort to be more positive and encouraging to your friends and family.
It's like those stepping stones you see in a garden. Each one helps us reach the next level.
Precisely. Achieving those smaller goals naturally leads to pursuing higher, more meaningful objectives, including helping others. It's a beautiful cycle of growth and contribution. And ultimately, as Jarrett reminds us, you can remain as you are or have anything you want. The choice is yours.
That's such a powerful statement. It really highlights the fact that we have the power to shape our own destinies.
We really do. It's all about taking ownership and making conscious choices.
Absolutely. And that's what we're all about here, Becoming Ultimate Masters, empowering you to take control of your life and create the future you desire.
It's an exciting journey, and we're thrilled to be a part of it.
So stay tuned for part 2 of this deep dive, where we'll explore even more insights from It Works and share some practical tips for putting this plan into action.
And don't forget to share this episode with your friends and family. Let's spread this message of empowerment and inspire each other to reach our full potential.
We'll see you back here soon for part 2.
Can't wait. It really is. And it's about realizing we're not just passive passengers, you know? We have the power to choose where we want to go and how we're going to get there.
Absolutely. And what I love about Jarrett's approach is that it's not some complex, esoteric system. It's harnessing a power that's already within us, just waiting to be activated.
Right?
Like he's giving us a key to unlock a door we didn't even know existed.
That's a great analogy. Yeah, it's like discovering a hidden superpower we've had all along.
Totally. And what's amazing is that anyone can use this key, regardless of their age or background or circumstances.
It's so true.
Whether you're a high school student trying to figure out your next step, or a young adult navigating the challenges of college or a new career, or even someone who's been out of school for years, you know, this principle applies to everyone. We all have desires, and we all have the power to manifest them.
And speaking of manifesting desires, did you know Jarrett's method actually has some interesting parallels with the work of Dr. Émile Coué, a French psychologist who became famous for his positive affirmations. Remember how he came to America in the early 1900s and helped thousands of people tap into their own healing power?
Oh, yeah. I remember learning about him in psychology class. He's the one who popularized that phrase, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better.
Right, that's the one. And just like with Coué's teachings, some people embraced Jarrett's plan and saw incredible results while others dismissed it as hocus pocus, It really highlights how our beliefs and our willingness to embrace new ideas can shape our experiences.
It's fascinating how powerful our minds can be. So for those who are ready to give this a try, where should they start?
Well, Jarrett offers a really simple starting point. He suggests picking something you want right now, something small and easily achievable, and testing out his three-step plan. It could be something as simple as finding a parking spot close to the entrance of the mall or having a really productive study session.
So like a little experiment.
Yeah.
Way to get a taste of how this principle works in action.
Exactly. It's about building that faith, seeing for yourself that your thoughts and intentions can have a real impact on your reality. And he encourages readers to read the book again and again to really absorb those three simple rules and make them a part of their daily lives.
Like, don't just read this book live. Put these principles to the test and see what happens.
Yeah. And what's amazing is that he managed to distill all this wisdom, this potentially life-changing plan, into such a concise, easy-to-understand book. He could have easily written hundreds of pages, but he deliberately kept it short and to the point.
It's like a pocket guide to unlocking your potential. And speaking of unlocking potential, I'm excited to share that we have some amazing resources to help you on your journey right here at Becoming Ultimate Masters. We release new episodes daily packed with inspiring stories, practical tips, and insights to help you become the best version of yourself.
And if you're craving even more support and guidance, be sure to check out our website at www.ultimatemasters.org/coaching.
You can also reach out to us on WhatsApp at +2 56771324119. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to share this podcast with your friends and family. Let's spread the word about the incredible power we all have within us.
Imagine the ripple effect we could create if we all tapped into our full potential and supported each other on this journey of growth and self-discovery.
That's a beautiful vision, and it all starts with that one question Jarrett poses at the end of his book. What one thing will you commit to manifesting in your life today?
It's a powerful invitation to take action, to choose one specific desire and start applying those three simple rules. It doesn't have to be something monumental. It could be acing that upcoming test, having a great conversation with your parents, or even just taking some time for yourself to relax and recharge. The key is to start somewhere and trust the process.
And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. What's your first step going to be?
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up, in the busyness of life, and forget to take the small steps that can lead to big changes. But that's why this message is so powerful. It reminds us that we have the power to create the life we want, one intention, one action at a time.
It really is. It's about shifting our mindset from I wish to I will, It's about believing in ourselves and trusting that the universe will support us on our journey.
Absolutely. And what I love about this approach is that it doesn't require any special skills or resources. It's all about using the power of our minds, something we all have access to. Exactly. It's about recognizing that we're not just victims of circumstance, we're creators. We have the power to shape our reality through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into It Works, we want to leave you with this challenge. What's your one thing? What's that desire burning within you waiting to be unleashed?
Write it down, read it daily, visualize it, and trust in that incredible power within you to make it a reality. Remember, the journey starts with that first step. What will yours be?
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey of self-discovery. We'll be back tomorrow with another deep dive into a topic that will help you become the ultimate master of your own life. Until then, keep dreaming big, keep believing in yourself, and keep taking action.
And remember, you have everything you need to create the life you desire. The power is within you.
And if you're ready to take your journey to the next level, don't forget to check out www.ultimatemasters.org/coaching or reach out to us on WhatsApp at +2 56771324119. We're here to support you every step of the way.
Absolutely. And please share this episode with your friends, family, classmates, anyone who might benefit from this message of empowerment. Let's create a ripple effect of positivity and help each other unlock our full potential.
We'll see you back here tomorrow for another deep dive.